Okay, so basically this explanation I akan beritahu you macam mana kalau kita nak explain dengan client how good is their SEO, and then do they really understand what's the really keywords that go into their website and how to improve their keywords or things like that. So actually there are few tools you can use. There are few tools you can use to actually check or inspect what is the keywords people use to search and then go to your website or things like that. Then usually most of the case, right, those marketers, they will ask you to use this Google Analytics. But Google Analytics is good in the sense that you can 360 view to see all these traffics and also the health status of your website. Like from here, you can see within last 7 days, like we have like 101 user, and then the sections, and then I can see the bounce rate, I can see the section duration, everything. I'm not going to go all these details as I explained to you just now already. Then after that, a lot of time, right, people want to see the acquisition part, like what are the traffics that come into their website, what are the traffics in come to your website. So basically you can see that we have Facebook or social media, and also like like so I mentioned organic search, maybe from Google. So from here you can see, like we have within the 7 days, right, we have organic search, we have direct, which is actually directly from the browser there, and then we have the referral is actually from the other website, and social can be Facebook, can be LinkedIn, which is actually defined by Google lah, which one is actually a social site. And then referral would be other website lah, maybe other website that actually they share our link or things like that, so when people click on it, go to our website. Then most important thing, you need to see the organic search, what are the keywords. But because of the AdWords thing, right, or maybe Google claim that it's actually privacy issue, they don't really allow you to see the specific keywords that come into your website over here. They don't allow you to do so because they want you to buy Google AdWords, and then they just give you see some of the keywords only. So these are the things that are really causing some of the issue, whereby some people, when they want to do keywords research or things like that, which actually keywords that are very strong in their website, and a lot of people searching everything, right? They don't know which one is it. So basically, in this case, right, actually there is a tool. We call it as last time we call it as a Google Webmaster, and then now we changed to Google Search Console. So basically, Google Webmaster, or so-called this Google Search Console, right? They let you to see your website performance, mainly on the traffic side, mainly on how you acquire new traffic or things like that. Okay, analytics is actually more details. The difference between that, analytics is actually more details in the sense that not only see the traffics where they came from, you can actually see if there's any conversions, if there's any kind of behavior in the sense that they go to which pages, and then they land to which pages, and then they drop from which pages, and then do they do conversions, and then is it the same user coming back, or or is it a new user? And you can search from quite a lot of time, for quite a long duration as well also. And you can actually do a real-time traffic, real-time traffic checking as well also. So there are a lot of features inside analytics. It's actually more comprehensive compared with this Webmaster. But I can say Webmaster is actually a good tool for you to do a keyword research. It's more mainly for how people search you through Google. This one, this is the purpose of the Search Console, whereby analytics is like overall your website health status. Okay, so if you want to see your Google ranking, you want to see your what's your Google result, everything, right? You go for this Search Console, Google Search Console. Actually, there are others Search Console like Bing, Microsoft Search Engine, Bing Search Console. You can actually search. You can actually register one for that. Then you can actually do for Yahoo as well. If not mistake, Yahoo still have this Yahoo Search Console as well also. But right now, mainly a lot of people using Google Search Console, right? So basically, we just focus on this one. So right now, how to actually add, right? You go to search.google.com, and then you register an account. And then after that, over here, I think you can actually add a website. Basically, you can actually add a new website. Yeah. So you just add a new website in here, and after that, it will ask you to paste a tracking code. Paste a tracking code to your website there. Then after that, once you paste it, then it will start tracking with you. Okay, so I did that for a lot of clients, basically, whereby when they sign up for our SEO package or things like that, right? So basically, we will do that for clients, so we will actually know what are the keywords. And then for AdWords customers, so we encourage them to do so. Although AdWords inside you can actually check as well, but then to be more what we call precisely, we use a lot of tools basically, and then all these tools actually free one. These are free tools, so try to utilize this thing. And then, okay, so the next thing I'm going to explain to you like two parts of this Google Search Console, whereby it's sufficient for you to check the keywords already that go to your website. So the first thing you go to this overview. This is the overall performance, like how many clicks within like this 3 months time. By default, it's actually 3 months lah. How many web search clicks to your website already. And then after that, this will be the coverage. Like say that when they try to call your website, is there any error or not? Right now, I have one error with me. Error which is like, for example, some pages, right, is actually maybe you're using WordPress and then you already unpublished the site already. So when people click on, when people search or the keywords and then it land to that particular landing page which is actually unpublished already, you go to 404. But then Google won't remove it automatically. Google need to take times to actually call, and after that, when they call your website, right, it's not every day. It might be every day, but sometimes maybe 1 week or sometimes maybe 1 month or things like that. So if let's say your link is not updated, right, in this case, they will actually, when someone else search for the particular pages, when someone else search for the particular keywords and then land to the particular pages which is actually unpublished, then Google will throw out this error thing. Okay, for their site also the same thing. So this is actually to what they call give you an alert that saying that some pages is being come out of error already. So you need to fix this thing. So enhancement part, this one I'm not going through very details first because it's not our topic today. So the next thing, right, we go to this open report, we see the performance thing over here. Okay, over here you can see I can actually filter out, like for example, this thing like for web, what kind of search I want to do, web, image or video. Then if let's say I go for web because image and video is not my part yet for time being. Maybe for other websites which they have a lot of image and also video. Okay, then the next one is actually I can filter out like the last 3 months or 3 days or the date, custom date between that. Then okay, from here I can see how many total clicks through the entire search, and then how many total impression. Total impression, which means that when people search for certain keywords, my website is actually listed inside the search result. Whether is it the first page, or whether is it the second page, or whether is it other pages, as long as is appearing in the search keywords that they search, then it will actually show as the total impression. Then from here, total clicks and total impression, when I divide together, I will get the average CTR. Average CTR, which means that how many times my website being appeared in the search result versus how many times being clicked. So, which means that 3.4%. Whenever people search the keywords, there will be search a particular keywords, there will be 3.4% of chances people going to click my website. You get what I mean? Okay. Then after that will be the average positions. It's like in overall keywords that they search, right? What is my ranking? 14.7, which is actually not good because right now Google first page, right? They make it in a range that maybe 9 pages to 10 pages. Sometimes they have more as well, so because they keep changing, therefore experiment on their side lah. But in average, if let's say you hit 10 or maybe lesser than 10, that'll be better. Yeah. So right now it's actually not that really good lah. So if let's say we make it into lesser than 10, that'll be better. Okay, so right now we have this is the chart lah. Basically, you can see like for example the dark blue color, which is actually click, and then the light blue color, which is actually impression. So the click is always lesser than the impression. The click is actually always lesser than the impression, which is actually Make sense lah. Okay, but if you can see like something like this, right? If you can see something like this, you have high impression and high click, right? Which means that some keywords in here, some when they do some searching in this February, 11 February, right? They do some searching, and your website is actually what they call is a lot of people click, a lot of people search, and a lot of people search for the particular keywords, and then a lot of people click on it. So if you need to know like what is the keywords, right, you can actually filter. You can actually do a compare in the date there. Like for example, that one is what is the date is actually sorry, February 11, right? Just now the date, February 11. So I start from 10, and then I try to compare to 11, apply. So you can see that 11, right, I have about 351 search on that particular keywords, and also the 20 clicks. Okay, and then let's see what is the keywords over here. Like mainly people search for all these kind of keywords: Bravo net, Bravo space net, Bravo space net, WhatsApp Facebook group, how to add WhatsApp button, how to add WhatsApp to Facebook, how to add WhatsApp button to Facebook page. Every single thing is about this thing. Like you can actually filter down. Everything is about the WhatsApp thing. Then got um, some other like Plexus manufacturing similar to I don't like co-working space or this kind of thing. So basically, you can see that when they search for this WhatsApp Business Malaysia or WhatsApp Malaysia Business, you can see there's an impression number in here. This is the impression number, and then this is the click. Okay. So my main source of click, right, is basically people who are searching for this WhatsApp thing. Okay, I don't know why suddenly on that day, maybe the same person or maybe few person searching the same thing at the same time. My website so happened to appear over there. Okay, all right. So I go back to the 3 months time first. Okay, so let's go through the overall things, right? I can see like all these queries, which is actually not appearing in the analytic there. So as you can see, just now I show you already in analytic there. If you need to know your traffic source, organic one, Google, but keyword is not provided. Yes, over here you see not provided keyword, but you can actually change here. You know that people search for brown net solution, of course, definitely the number one. When people search directional extra, they appear a lot of impressions, and also these are click high as well. So as you can see, this is the search result, or this is the search that this is the total search. You can see here, this is the total search. Yeah, this is the total search that people search within these 3 months time, and then in total got 56 clicks in here. So maybe approximately about 3.4 or 3.5%, maybe lah, something like that. So the second thing is actually the WhatsApp Facebook page, and then like how to add WhatsApp business your Facebook page. You can see that a lot of demand in here. People are really looking for how to add business, WhatsApp business, or things like that. People are looking for that kind of thing. Then okay, um, of course, if let's say you need to see like combination, like for example, I want to know like from which country they search these keywords, because sometimes your traffics might be from the other countries, which is actually not your target market. So you need to drill down that one as well. So what you can do is actually, let's say for example, or I search for this one, WhatsApp Facebook page. Okay, there will be a filter in here. Then the next thing, I might go for countries. I need to know how many. Okay, we can see over here. Actually, a lot of people from Indian impression, a lot from Indian church. Malaysia got but 27, and after that we have from Pakistan as well. Also, a lot. Pakistan, India, or things like that. But India maybe is not our target market. Yeah. So from there, maybe need to see how to fix. But we can't really do a lot of things basically, but more like you need to focus on Malaysia. So in this case, right, what you can do is your website, your content page, like for example, they all go to this page. I can see like maybe go to one of our blog content over here. Yeah, they go for this your WhatsApp, how to add the WhatsApp business, go to your Facebook page or things like that. Maybe they'll go to these pages. And then in here, maybe what you can do, you can start to add like some other keywords like related to Malaysia or things like that one. From there, so you alter, and also your meta keywords in meta keywords and meta description in your website also. You need to fix that thing like add Malaysia or things like that to avoid, not to avoid, I can't say not to avoid, but more precisely like Malaysia, when they search that time, your result will be the first page of things like that. Attract more Malaysia traffic is coming in. Okay, so so the next thing you will know that which pages is actually the most famous pages in Google search within these 3 months time. So you can see that the first one is actually this one already, WhatsApp business phone number to your Facebook page. A lot of people looking for this solution, basically they can't add. So instead they go to these pages and find. The next one is my homepage, and after that next one is actually this Laravel 5.5. This one is actually some tutorial we put it in the blog there to teach people or for some programming for Laravel framework, things like that. Then after that, you will know that which country has the highest query, Malaysia. So in total, we have about 6,000 of impression from Malaysia when people search 6,000 search through every keywords through every keywords. And then after that, we came up to we have these 311 clicks in there. Okay. Then the next one will be the device. So you know that which is actually from device and mobile tablet. So far, we have the highest as well device as well. Also, mobile also got, but not that much. Okay. So you have the last one is actually the search appearance. This one is, if I'm not mistaken, right, Google, they have some other version as well also. They have the light version as well also, Google light version. And then not much people but know about this thing. If I'm not mistaken, like for example, Google offers some when you go to Google page, right, they'll offer some this web light version of Google, whereby you go to some places the connectivity is very worse. So but you need to use Google, so Google can actually offer, they have this version as well. So this not much people know. Actually, there are some others partners as well. So like for example, you can use Google search, put it in your website there, or maybe use their search engine services, make it as your search engine, but it's actually powered by Google, which is what we call a Google partners search engine or something like that. So that one considered as one of these search appearance as well. Also, yeah. So this is how you, like for example, we need to know how healthy is your traffic from Google or things like that, and what are the keywords that you should focus on, whereby what are the keywords that really people come to your website, and then and then after that which keywords people search most or things like that. So you can actually use this tool to analyze everything, and then after that from there you can actually do a very good job in your SEO. Okay, yeah, so something like that.